Hello there, welcome to the Fire Burns Within channel. I'm going to do a ranking video. I don't think I've ever done one of these before. This will be the first time. So let's do it with Iron Maiden. Okay, number 16 is No Prayer for the Dying. I don't actually own this album. It's the album that I know least well. I know Holy Smoke is a good song. The title track I don't really remember. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter is the big hit from the album. I don't remember too much about the album. It's a bit average to say the least, and I don't even own it. Next one is the X Factor, which I also don't own. I bought it on cassette when it came out in '95. And I never got it on CD, which is odd, but it's an okay album. It's quite epic. It's too long. It's got good songs. The production is poor. It's not up to standard. And Blaze sounds a bit flat here and there. It's an okay album. It's just a bit too long-winded. And the production is not good enough. So, okay. Next one is Virtual 11. I've got Virtual 11. I think it's slightly better than X Factor because it's a bit more to the point. It's not so long-winded. The Angel and the Gambler is a bad song. It's not really much use. The Klansman, everyone knows it's probably the best song on the album, but I like a couple of the other ones as well. When Two Worlds Collide, that's a good song. Don't Look to the Eyes of a Stranger is a good song. Yeah, it's not bad, it's nice. The production again is not not heavy enough or punchy enough by other metal bands standards. So, okay, number 13. I've got this one. It's Fear of the Dark. This was a patchy album. I mean, the title track everyone knows is just amazing. Afraid to Shoot Strangers is really nice. Can't really recall too much of the rest. Weekend Warrior, that's really weak. I don't like that at all. Nor The Apparition from memory. Be Quick or Be Dead is a nice startup, so that's Fear of the Dark. Next one, number 12, is Book of Souls. Book of Souls is their latest album. This is a nice package actually. It's got 2 CDs and so on. It's a good album. I don't like some of the songs. I'm not a big fan of the first 2 songs, oddly. If Eternity Should Fail, Speed of Light. I love the Red and Black. Death or Glory is nice. Empire of the Clouds is epic, everyone knows it. Longest ever Maiden song. Don't really like the production on the album. It's too plain sounding. It's just too dull sounding. It needs to be more punchy. But it's a good album, but I hope the next album will be better. It needs to be, really needs to be. Okay, next album, number 11, is A Matter of Life and Death. This came out in 2008, I believe, or around then. Yeah, it's a good latter-day Maiden album. The production is quite good. Yeah, it's sort of pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of good songs on there. The Longest Day, Brighter Than 1,000 Suns, These Colours Don't Run, The Legacy. It's a good album. I mean, It's a bit samey sounding, but it's still good. I mean, it's solid latter day Iron Maiden. Next album, number 10 on the list, is The Final Frontier. Another decent latter day Maiden album. Same sort of production issues as all latter day Maiden. Slightly hard rock sound rather than a metal sound, a melodic metal sound. These songs are good. I mean, The Alchemist, Isle of Avalon, The Talisman is an excellent song. And the epic at the end, When the Wild Wind Blows, that's a very good song as well. So the cover's really cool as well. So that's The Final Frontier. Nice one. Next we go into under the 10 is number 9 is the debut album. There you go, the Iron Maiden debut. Some very good songs on this. Phantom of the Opera, I love Transylvania, the instrumental, that's really nice. Charlotte the Harlot is nice. Iron Maiden is a classic. It's a nice album. The production is obviously not up to the standards of today, but for a debut it was, it would have been very good at the time. It's very, very good debut. Shows what the band is all about. Number 8 is Dance of Death, the album from 2003, I believe. I think this album is a little bit underrated with Maiden fans. I think it's really melodic. It's one of their most melodic albums. The cover is horrible. It's literally one of the worst covers I've ever seen. But the music is really nice. I mean, I like most of these songs. I love the title track. I love Montsegur. Passchendaele is such an epic. Journeyman I like. Don't Recall Face in the Sand. Age of Innocence is nice. Wildest Dreams is a catchy single. The production was a little bit messy on this from what I recall, but I enjoy this album. I think it's a little bit underrated in the Maiden catalogue. But anyway, there you go. Next album on the list is Brave New World, the 2000 album, the comeback of Bruce Dickinson. This was a big comeback. I mean, there's a lot of great songs on this. The Wicker Man, Ghost of the Navigator, Blood Brothers, Dreamer Mirrors, The Nomad, that's an epic. Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Dream of Mirrors. Very solid comeback album. I mean, the production was much better than before as well. This was the first album, I believe, with Kevin Shirley producing. So he was quite good then. I mean, in latter albums, the production has become very samey and too live sounding. It's not polished enough. That's my taste anyway. But Brave New World, great album. Very good album. Okay, next. Number 6 is Killers. The second album with Paul Di'Anno. Killers, very good album. Some classics on here. Wrathchild, Murders in the Rue Morgue is my favourite one. The Genghis Khan, the instrumental. The title track, Killers, out of this world. I mean, the title track will forever be one of my favourite Maiden songs. Easily in my top 10 Maiden songs. The end of the album, I'm less enamoured with. It's okay, but it's not that memorable. Prodigal Son is a nice acoustic track. I really enjoy that one. So there you have Killers. It's a very good second album, much better sound, much more polished than the debut. They're really getting into gear on this album. Right, next, number 5 is Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind, some classic Maiden tunes on this. Where Eagles Dare, Revelations, Flight of Icarus. The first 3 tracks are all epics. They're so good. The Trooper, who can not love The Trooper? There's 3 tracks on here which I'm not hugely fond of. Still Life, Quest for Fire, Sun and Steel. They're okay. They never really excite me that much. But To Tame a Land is an awesome song at the end of the album. So this is a really good album. Some big hits. Much better production than previous Maiden albums. Very good album. Right, number 4, and this is a bit controversial because everyone loves this. It's Number of the Beast. Number of the Beast, everyone puts this as number 1 or number 2, but it's only number 4 for me. Why is it only number 4? Well, I'm not a huge fan of Gangland. That song doesn't do a lot for me at all. Invaders is okay as a start, but again, it's not an amazing song. Children of the Damned is a good song. The Prisoner is a good song. 22 Acacia Avenue, another good song. Number of the Beast, classic. Run to the Hills, classic. And the album is, of course, ended by Hallowed Be Thy Name, which is probably the best Maiden song ever. So there you have Number of the Beast. First time we hear Bruce Dickinson. It is an amazing album, but it's still only number 4 for me. Right. Coming in at number 3, we've got Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. This is an amazing album. I mean, the production is much sharper, cleaner than before. Every song is a classic on this. I couldn't find much fault with this. The Clairvoyant is probably my favourite. The title track, but what an epic track that is. Can I Play With Madness, probably one of the catchiest Maiden tunes. Moonchild, Infinite Dreams, Only the Good Die Young. It's very good. The production is lovely as well. This is the kind of production that I like hearing on Maiden albums. Very clean, punchy guitars. Excellent. Very good album. Could possibly be in the top 2, but not on this occasion. Right. Now here's the old top 2. What's left? Number 2 is Somewhere in Time. Now Somewhere in Time is an album I just absolutely love. I almost put it at number 1, but I still love the number 1 maybe a touch more. But I love Somewhere in Time. It's basically more of the same compared to a Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. I love every song on this. I can't think of one song that's not really good. The ones that stand out are the opening track, Caught Somewhere in Time. Wasted Years is just... They still play that live now. Sea of Madness, Heaven Can Wait. Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, the speedy track. The catchy Deja Vu. The slow burner, Stranger in a Strange Land. Alexander the Great. Lovely production again, very clean. Some people don't like that super clean sound, but I actually love that sound. So this made it to number 2 and the number 1. What album haven't we played yet, showed you yet? There it is. Power Slave, the number 1 Maiden album for me. Now let's see. Aces High starts the album. Amazing. 2 Minutes to Midnight. Amazing. Lost for Words, Big Aura. It's a classic instrumental. Flash of the Blade. Very fun song. The Duelists. Another fun song. Very underrated. Back in the Village. Very catchy song. Power Slave, a classic Maiden riff, and then you've got the wonderful epic Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner at the end. The production was very sharp, very clean. This was superb. This is Maiden at the top of their game, in my opinion. Mid-80s Maiden at the best. So there you have it. My Iron Maiden studio albums ranked in full. If you disagree, write in the comments. See ya.